have a question for you.
Oh, okay. I have an answer. Maybe.
How do you eat Jell-O?
I slurp a piece into my mouth, I squish it down a bit with my tongue, and then I just swallow it, regardless of how chewed it is.
Regardless of what?
Regardless of how chewed it is.
Oh, sure. Have you been known to just like slurp and swallow?
On accident. I mean, it's so slippery.
Right.
It just goes.
But you're like a muddle it with your tongue a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I watched someone at work recently take a spoonful of Jell-O. I'm the same way, by the way. I like mush it down with my tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
Slurp it down. I watched someone at work take a spoonful of Jell-O and then put it in their mouth, chew it for probably 30 seconds or something. Like chew it like they were eating like meat.
I'm gonna lose it.
And then they swallowed it, and then they did that again until their Jell-O cup was empty.
Their teeth must be grinded down to shit. Because there's nothing to chew.
I was so uncomfortable.
People are fascinating.
When I saw this. People are terrible.
Oh, man.
People should be banned. Truly.
Never eat Jell-O again.
These heathens don't belong in my world. I never am allowing that person ever again to enter the work facility.
Who taught them to do it? Why do they do it?
I don't know, but if it's something they were taught, that's even worse. This is how you eat Jell-O. No, it isn't.
Chew it.
God, they were like gnawing on it. Oh, it's awful.
They're just playing with it at that point, swishing it around in their mouth.
It's like, it's close to soup. You just slurp it a bit and then swallow.
Yeah.
It's, you just mush it a little bit and then that's it.
At that point, it's just for your own comfort. You could absolutely swallow Jell-O whole with no consequence.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully none of our listeners are Jell-O chewers.
If you do, now you know you're wrong.
Yeah, that's right. And I won't be taking questions.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 70 of You're Ridiculous.
Whoa!
70 whole episodes with Wolf.
We're thumbing.
I know. My name is Luke. I'm one of your hosts. As you already know, Wolf is here.
That's right.
Your other host. No Rainie this week. Don't eat her.
Rainless.
She's probably chewing Jell-O somewhere.
No need for an umbrella.
That's right. Last week, we talked about the Resident Evil 4 remake.
We sure did.
As well as doing another segment of Ridiculous Possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
That question, I forgot what it was. Oh, it was worst place to hide a body.
Oh, yeah.
A classic answer. I won. I was victorious. Spoiler alert.
You did indeed. You basically stole Rainie's win. Should have just laughed at hers.
I know, right?
That's what set me off.
Shouldn't deserve the win. This week, we're going to be talking about the Mario movie.
Mario?
Have you ever met someone that pronounced it like that?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, me neither. I've heard it online, but
Mario.
I've never met someone in person that says it Mario. Probably a bunch of British people.
Probably. They're always messing things up.
I think that's the way Gavin pronounces it.
Oh, and he's British.
He is British. Incorrectly British.
Oh, man.
About the Super Mario movie.
Yahoo!
Wow! he wasn't in it, unfortunately.
No Waluigi, no Wario.
No
Yoshi.
I know. Well, we saw Yoshi.
We saw the Yoshis. We didn't see the Yoshi.
Right. We saw a glimpse of. Well, we'll get into that. And then obviously we'll be wrapping up the episode with a question of the week from Rain, who is inexplicably not here.
That's right.
So you will have to live with Wolf's interpretation. All right, Wolf. Let's get into it. What is the new Super Mario Bros. Movie?
It's an hour-and-a-half kids movie, made by Illumination in collaboration with Nintendo. They made sure to put their hands in this pot this time, since the last Super Mario movie was a disaster by their standards.
It was dreadful.
It was embarrassing.
It was.
Yeah, that's what it is. I thought it was pretty good.
Pretty simple, not much to explain. one thing, yeah, overall thoughts?
Pretty solid movie. It sure does move very fast. It does not stop at any moment.
Yeah, it is quite brisk. Does not give you much moment to rest.
Sometimes it would switch to the next scene. I'd be like, oh, we're switching to the next scene already. Okay.
Yeah. I suppose that is sort of the point, though, with it being a kid's movie, right?
Yeah.
So?
This is particularly fast for a kid's movie. Even, what do you call it? Despicable Me. Even Minions takes time to breathe.
Yeah, Minions. Well, actually, I think Minions is overall a pretty slow moving movie.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, not to say that that's any sort of criticism. It is how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I overall also really enjoyed it. I thought it was a quite fun watch. Also was like, I definitely felt like I didn't have time to catch my breath watching it. I'm like, oh, next thing. Oh, okay, next thing. It's sort of meant to keep you entertained, I think.
It succeeded.
Yeah. So one thing I want to talk about is the cast.
Yeah.
Because that's what most people were curious about going in, I think.
Yeah.
At least if you were above the age of 10. Or maybe 15. We have Chris Pratt as I'll just run through the main, and we could the main couple.
Yeah.
And we can talk about them as we see fit. Chris Pratt as Mario. Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. Jack Black as Bowser. We have Charlie Day as Luigi. This one I didn't know. We have Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. We have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. And then those are kind of the main ones.
Yeah.
The other ones are slightly lesser known. Oh, we have Charles Martinet as Mario's dad, who is the voice of Mario and Luigi in the video games.
Oh.
He's the OG Mario voice.
Oh.
So he voiced Mario's dad and a few other family members.
Right.
Which was really cool.
Italians.
I'm glad they squeezed him in there.
gave him something to work with since they stole Mario away from him.
They sure did. So what did you think about these characters, or the voices of the characters?
Jack Black, he did a good job. Also, Jack Black, well, he's a voice actor. He's done
right.
Kung Fu Panda most notably.
Yeah.
But I believe the rest of them, they're just actors, and it bothers me when they just hire actors to be voice actors just for their names. But what do you think? Toad, I thought he did pretty good. Peach was pretty good. Mario, he was just Chris Pratt's voice.
Yeah. What did you think of
Luigi was
Sorry,
good.
oh yeah, Luigi. That was Charlie Day. What did you think of Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong?
Unmemorable.
Really?
He at least didn't sound like just Seth Rogen when I was watching the movie.
Except for that one laugh that he did. He did a couple laughs, like his classic Seth Rogen laugh. So this was one of the ones I was more worried about because, again, Seth Rogen, admittedly, he has said himself that he's not at all a voice actor.
Yeah.
And he said that if Nintendo wants him to play Donkey Kong, it will just be his voice. He's not going to do anything special to it. It'll just be him. It'll be his laugh. And he said that, and apparently Nintendo was fine with it. So I was pretty apprehensive going into it. It's like, okay, they're going to make Donkey Kong sound fucking dumb.
It's going to sound like Peter Griffin.
It's going to be stupid. But they changed sort of the presentation of Donkey Kong a little bit. He's sort of like a Chad, but is really a dork.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, tries to get this sort of like well-built, sort of like frat guy sort of vibe, but then you find out really he's kind of a dork, maybe a bit of a loser, a little bit. And I thought that style, that presentation worked with the voice.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And I didn't think his laugh was overpowering, but it was really funny when he would do it. I was just like, okay, that's Seth Rogen. What the fuck is going on? I still enjoyed it though.
He's got like what I think is like the funniest moment in the movie. It's after they get swallowed by the eel, him and Mario.
Oh yeah.
And you think they're about to have like this emotional heart-to-heart moment because Donkey Kong, he's like, I'm a loser, and then Mario's like, yeah, my dad thinks I'm a loser too. And then he pauses and he goes, well, your dad's probably pretty intelligent.
That was really good. That was just, that was really good. I did like that quite a bit. Another one. Anya Taylor-Joy. Any thoughts about this Princess Peach voice acting?
No strong opinions. I don't really know her, and I didn't. Even if that's just like her normal talking voice, it works for Peach.
Okay. Yeah, she's famously in The Queen's Gambit, which is a Netflix original based on a book about world champion chess player.
Oh.
Or a woman that becomes the world champion chess player. That's kind of one of her most famous roles. However, for this, did you find that her voice was a bit too sexy for Peach?
Sometimes.
It was a little like that, like flirty a bit.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, most of the time, like you said, it was great and it worked for Peach. There's a couple times where I'm like, why are they like making Peach sexy voice? I'm like, that's kind of weird, but it worked out.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then Mario was just Chris Pratt's voice.
It sure was.
I liked it. Go ahead.
He did like the little whoa.
Yeah.
I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. I could do a better whoa if I warmed up my voice.
That's right. I like that there's a video of him. He's like, I'm really proud of this voice. We've been working on it for a while. And it's just him with like slightly different intonation.
Working on it.
Oh my god. It worked out. It wasn't like anything stellar, but I thought it was it worked. It was good enough.
I think they're cowards for not just doing the Mario voice. They were like, oh, people would find it too annoying hearing that voice all the time. That's bullshit because the SpongeBob movie is amazing. Like, it doesn't have to be at 100% Italian stereotype Mario, but it needs to sound like Italian Mario.
Right, yeah. They had, and that's the thing, they have Charles Martinet in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a Nintendo movie. Why would you not want your Mario character to be voiced by the voice actor that does it in the video game?
Cowardly.
I don't get it. Although I was a big fan of Luigi, like you said.
Yeah.
That was a good fit. Really good. Charlie Day did a nice job with that. What did you think of them basically making Mario an isekai?
I'll accept it. That's real funny. I haven't seen that observation. It is an isekai.
It is, right? Yeah. I do you have any big thoughts on this?
I'm all for it. It gives you like the lore of how because in the most latest Mario game, they add in the human world. It's like as part of the universe. And now there's a in-canon reason why Mario
I did not know that.
Blew up the universal portal and combined our worlds.
Interesting. Huh. I thought it was, knowing that makes a lot more sense as why they chose to do this.
Oh, yeah.
At first, I'm just like, oh, this is kind of weird. But it wasn't like bad or anything. I'm just like, oh, this is certainly a choice they made.
Yeah.
It's like it's going to sound weird, but it's like, this is obviously a conscious choice that they wanted rather than just like him existing in the world already.
Yeah, it's like how when they put like the Smurfs in New York or Alvin and the Chipmunks in New York.
Right. So I didn't know that in the video game there's the human world as canon.
Yeah, there's even like a cameo of like a notable human character from the game.
Oh.
She's like a news reporter.
That's my favorite, notable human character. What I did think was weird, sort of at first, was Princess Peach seeing Mario for the first time, and she's like, oh, you're a human.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how would she know?
She just knows she's human, innately.
Well, she grew up in the Mushroom Kingdom. She was like a kid when she came through the portal.
Yeah.
So how would she know at all that he's a human? She wouldn't know that she's a human.
Just assumed. She just felt it in her vibes and activated her hormones.
It was so weird. Activated the pussy vibration.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the thing.
I can't believe they didn't even cameo any other princesses like Daisy or Lucia.
Where was Daisy? Where was Rosalina?
Hey, what the fuck do you mean you're the only human?
Right. and it's really weird because Luma is there.
Yeah.
Luma is the star that the fucking depressed suicidal star.
Yeah.
That was amazing, by the way. I love that.
Oh yeah, quality.
That was so funny. But so why is Luma there, but Rosalina is not?
Right. No.
I was expecting Rosalina to actually show up like as like an action hero, like save the day or something. I was disappointed.
You were indeed.
Yeah.
You know who else was disappointed?
Who?
The people who thought Princess Peach was going to be a girl boss in this movie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because it was maybe the second trailer they presented, and they showed that scene with the obstacle course.
Okay,
and then the scene where she's on her bike in her jumpsuit. And so and the trailer presents her as like, this cool, badass girl boss, gas queen character. Right. And she was not that at all.
No, not really. She didn't do that much.
Yeah, she was there. She was a supporting character.
She had a somewhat cool fight scene where taking out, well, it was cool. It was, it was neat at the very end, but like ultimately didn't amount to much.
Yeah.
She didn't end up doing that much. I guess she saved Luigi from being melted. But,
stalled for time.
Yeah, she stalled, and that was good, but she didn't like actually take anybody out. Anybody of consequence.
Yeah, it was a movie. It's a movie where you weren't supposed to ask why about a lot of things. Right.
It was a purely come watch this, come enjoy it, and then leave, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. Movies like that should exist, I think.
Simple, fun movies. Not everything needs to be deep.
Right, exactly. This was not. And that's totally okay. It's not a criticism at all.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. How did you like fucking Bowser breaking out into fucking a song?
I loved it. I wish it was longer.
Oh my god. And then later on, Jack Black released like a music video of him in a Bowser costume.
He did.
Singing it. I can't believe they did that.
Jack Black's great.
Oh, he's a treasure for sure. That's such a funny scene.
Indeed.
And then he's mad that he gets interrupted.
Yeah, he's like proposing to his like minion dressed as Peach.
There's a lot of good scenes. I like there was one point where he's talking to all his minions and he's like, Goombas, Koopas, and whatever you guys are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how does he not know?
No one knows.
Yeah, that was really funny. Overall, how do you rate the movie?
I saw an 8 out of 10. I had fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
I had fun. 8 out of 10 I think is good. I would watch it if it gets put on free for a streaming service, just throw it on and maybe enjoy it once more time. But it's not like I'm going to ever crave to watch this movie.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was good.
Truly.
It's satisfied the itch of a Mario movie.
Yeah, another good video game movie for the records.
That's right. And we needed it.
Indeed.
Especially for Mario, because like you said earlier, its track record is not stellar.
Although this one's certainly gonna... Companies are gonna see the success of this movie and get the wrong message. They're not gonna...
True. They're
gonna use their brains and go, of course it did well. It was Mario. They're gonna go, people love video game movies. I better shit out another one.
The one I'd be okay with that. As long as it's not like, it did well because we had Chris Pratt and
that's surely the method they're gonna take.
I know, that's the worst. Get actual voice actors.
They'll refuse to give the credit to Mario.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's so many talented voice actors. They're so good.
Indeed.
Not that the cast was bad or anything. They did a good job, but they are not voice actors, and it showed at some points.
Yeah, the unearned emotional moments with Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
For one, sure. Luigi was barely in the movie. If we got maybe a little more Luigi, maybe it could have hit harder.
Yeah, I definitely wanted like a side-by-side storytelling of like him going through the dark world or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And then like Mario's training scene and then go back to Luigi more, and I wanted more of that. But they did set up fairly well they left it pretty open for a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, I could take it anywhere now that the two worlds are combined.
Yeah, they have a lot of options there, so that's interesting at least. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a fun little watch. You'll have a good time.
A blast.
But now we're moving on to Rain's question of the week.
Woo woo.
What do you got for us?
Let's say the multiverse theory is true. Describe a universe in which you didn't exist.
Terrible. 0 out of 10.
No.
Awful. It's too high pitched still.
No.
All right. Multiverse theory, for those that are not aware, is that the idea is that just like our world and universe exists, there are an infinite number of other worlds and universes with slight alterations, ever so minute or possibly much grander than ours, that will exist and overlap, essentially.
Yeah.
So, why don't you start us off?
Sure.
Assuming that it's real, how would it change if you didn't exist?
Okay, so in the universe where I did not exist, climate change would have happened 50 years quicker because my mother, no longer bound by the limitations of being a teen mother, gets into politics. And she becomes almost an equivalent to Donald Trump in the cases of complete incompetency, yet somehow popularity among the masses, along with a seasoning of bigotry. Due to her coming into power and using her and implementing a series of stupid policies based on conspiracies and her own foolish thoughts. 60% of America will sink into the ocean, and then what remains will be battered by recurring hurricanes. And that's the universe in which I don't exist.
Incredible. What a universe that'll be.
Yeah.
I went something slightly different. Though, I'll let the audience decide which one is worse. In the universe I don't exist, there is one less Star Wars fan. And by that happening, Disney, without feeling the pressure of creating more Star Wars movies, they give their studios more time to make the film.
Oh.
There's one less fan in the world. That way, they don't feel as pressured and need to get it out as quickly. And by that, the movies aren't shit. With one less fan, the studios have all the time in the world to make the sequels 7, 8, and 9 not dog shit without a bad storyline. They hire actual writers with brain cells that make sense.
They don't switch directors.
4 different times. And they make good sequels that live up to the expectations that the fans have.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we'll let you, the audience, decide which is a better universe. Which universe is better to live in if one of us didn't exist.
Someone's gonna blip you out of existence.
That's totally fine. Yeah, see, yours is like bad if you didn't exist. Mine's actively a better thing. What would Rain's universe be like?
The pet parent culture would have never developed. No pet moms, no pet dads. We're all just pet owners.
That is such a good answer. That is a top tier answer. Oh my god. I can't even think of anything better than that.
Can't be topped.
Just it. Yeah, that's it. Well, a bit of a shorter episode, but, as Mario was, there wasn't much to talk about.
Indeed.
Other than it was good.
Yeah.
And with that, Wolf, take it away.
I'm Wolf, taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 70 of You're Ridiculous.
Wow.
If you liked all that, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons and hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. If you're watching on a podcast website, be sure to hit the plus and give us 5 stars to support the show. You can follow us across the internet, the main cast at ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Lucas at 7angrywasp with an E on Twitter.
Sure
and you
can
can follow me at rainbowdoes without the W, also on Twitter. Links in the description, and be sure to join our Discord server, which you're missing out. Until then, we hope to see you guys all again next week. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.